Yo, what's good, fam? It's your man Jay. I'm back with another episode of Evolutionary Comics. This is going to be my 2 in review segment. As I promised, this is going to be the segment where I review the number 2 issues of some comic books that I picked up recently. Just so to see if it's something that you may like, to see if it's something that you're going to pick up. It's definitely going to be the make it or break it part of whether I keep something on my pull list and I continue to read it each week. So, really quick, I'm going to keep this video short. Alright, so first up is Alice in Leatherland, number 2. And this book is by Black Mask. And the main character is a young chick named Alice Snow White. She's a young sister that she's had some trouble. She caught her boyfriend cheating on her. She was super distraught about it. And her friend Robin offered her an opportunity to move to another city with her. I think they moved down to San Francisco. So she decided on a whim she wasn't going to go, but when she caught her boyfriend cheating, she just dropped everything, packed her bags, and she moved to San Francisco. So not necessarily to be with Robin, but just to get a new outlook on life, to be in a new area where she could forget her troubles of the past. The only problem is she wasn't as prepared to move. She's a writer, so she's been writing this book, this little fairy tale book, and she's been struggling through it, having writer's block, and maybe the move was going to give her some enlightenment. She was going to, find something else. So she ends up moving into a house where the people in the house are extremely free when it comes to sexuality and things of that nature. So there's a lot of, she walks in and there's some bondage and some S&M going on, and it's the book in whole is very LGBTQ friendly anyway. So that's what it's about. I'm gonna put some panels up to check it out. Right now it's like, I don't know, I don't like the way that they're portraying Alice. They got her as like, really quirky, and she's very vulnerable, and she's just seems like she's very weak. She's not very strong as far as being able to handle herself. And I'm like, this little young sister, I definitely believe that she has to be stronger than that. So I'm not really feeling it so far. I'm thinking that this is something that may get dropped from my list, but who knows, And this is the first cover. And this is for number 1, and this is Alice, and on this cover is Robin. So that's Alice in Leatherland, number 2. Right now, I would have to say, if I voted, that this is not going to make it to number 3. Not for my pull list anyway. I hope other people pick it up because it is an interesting book. It's just not my cup of tea, so to speak. All right, next up we have Shadow Man Part 2, and this is one of my favorite characters. Shadow Man is Jack Boniface, and he's a brother that has been possessed by Aloha, and this like in the voodoo culture and the hoodoo culture down in New Orleans and other places. The spirit has basically possessed him, but it's given him powers, and he's like walking on the dead side, which is like the afterlife, and the regular side. And he's been dealing with a lot of stuff, and he is like the savior that's keeping all the evil people or the evil demons and everything at bay. And it's his job to keep them back. He has at his side that's supposedly helping him, but has ulterior motives, the Baron Samedi. A lot of people have heard about Baron Samedi in different comic books and on shows and in cartoons and just different lore. But it's pretty good. It doesn't snatch you in the way the last series did, but it's still a decent book. Right now, because he is my favorite character, I do think I'm going to keep this one in my pull list. I ain't going to say I do think. I know I'm going to keep it in my pull list because that's my dude. So you ride with him, you die with him. Bad boys, whatever. Alright, so this is the cover of number 1. It's written by Cullen Bunn. The artwork is by John Davis Hunt and Jordi Belair and Clayton Cowles. But this is one of the other issues. If you want to see more of the covers for this one, just check out my last week's What's in My Bag. I think it was last week. One of the other ones. tap around, find it. You'll, you know, look at all of my vlogs and you'll figure it out. But yeah, so this is a pretty dope book. I like the artwork. I'm anxious to see where this one actually goes. And actually, I'm going to keep number 2 up there for you. I'm anxious to see where it goes, and you know, stay tuned. Last in my 2 in review, this is The Girls of Dimension 13. It's written by Graham Nolan and Brett Blevins on the artwork. It's by Aftershock Comics. And I thought these were stickers, so I'm gonna wave these around. Aftershock, yeah, whatever. But yeah. So anyway, this book is dope. I'm loving it. I am loving it. This is let me read off the characters. All right, so this is Aftershock Comics, The Girls of Dimension 13. You got Abby, Savannah, Cece, and the sister Nadira. And the dog on there his name is Pitch. Pitch is he's been left as a guide. Their benefactor, Anna Nightlinger, offered them this place to stay, told them that, you know, they can stay there, but they actually can't go into a specific room where there's a mirror. And being who they are, I guess, they go into the room anyway, mess around with the mirror, find out it's a gateway into another dimension. So Pitch comes in and he's trying to tell them, you know, why they shouldn't mess with it. And then they find out that Anna actually brought them there because each one of them has powers. They're all, you know, I guess witches in their own right, and they all have these different powers that are supposedly going to give them the powers to go find Anna, who's actually been held in another dimension by a dude, a villain named Abraxas. And this villain named Levi Skegg is like the underling. He works for Abraxas, which is this crazy looking creature. This is Levi Skeggs on the cover, and if you see this crazy looking monster looking thing with a whole bunch of different faces or different eyes, that's Abraxas. But it's a pretty good book. I love the artwork. I'm anxious to see where it goes. The story's been pretty dope so far. So this one is definitely staying on my pull list. And this is number 1. And this is the variant cover of number 1. And that's the ugly dude Abraxas that I was talking about in the background. But yeah, this is Pitch. I guess it's short for Pitch Black. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so like I said, I'm anxious for this one, you know, the continuation of this one. I'm definitely going to keep this one on my pull list. Waiting for number 3 to come out. It's by Aftershock Comics. Okay, so that's my 2 in review. I'm hoping that you guys kind of dug my little quick reviews and it gave you a little something to feed off of if you're going to go down to your local comic book store and pick up something. They're great books. All 3 are dope books. I'm not, you know, I wouldn't give any of the 3 the thumbs down. Alice in Leatherland is probably not going to make it on my pull list. That's simply because I have so much stuff on there already. You know, I got to keep it, you know, manageable. But Shadow Man is definitely going to stay. And definitely The Girls of Dimension 13 is one of my favorite books out right now. I'm digging the artwork. I'm digging the storyline. So I'm anxious to see the number 3 and keep it moving. But anyway, this is your man, Jay, Evolutionary Comics. This is my 2 in review. Holla at your boy.